some sort of horrible experience, because I thought we were supposed to hang out, and then Chris goes and falls off the face of the earth. But it's fine. I'm gonna continue talking about the Bible. This morning I wanted to read the Bible and also read the book in general, but I went through my notebook and I found my old notes better than you, obviously. Actually, I'm not trapped in a system where I have no autonomy and no control, and you're trapped in your own personal hell. So that's sucks for you. Sucks for you. But I went through the genealogy just so I could kind of get a better idea of the genealogy, and then I started reading through my Bible overview thing. He's very selective. He doesn't love all people. He loves his people, the Israelites. And so anyone who follows him and all that kind of stuff, da 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 da. But I don't want to I don't know if I should mark this one because it's not exactly actually a part of it condoning slavery. It's rather holding them accountable to being like, I said you could keep them as slaves for 6 years. Why are y'all so defiant? Like, please. Okay, my nose is runny. Okay, so I'm not going to tab that one again, but there's quite a few in the New Testament, so I think this one's the first one. So, we're in Ephesians chapter 6 on line 5. Oh, just kidding, this isn't the New Testament yet. Wait, yes it is, just kidding. Okay. Slaves, Ephesians chapter 6, line 5. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with respect and fear and with sincerity of heart, just as you would obey Christ. Obey them not only to win their favor when their eye is on you, but as slaves of Christ, doing the will of God from your heart. Yeah. Cool. On to the next. This is in Colossians chapter 3 on line 22. Slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything Slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything, and do it not only when their eye is on you and to curry their favor, but with the sincerity of heart and reverence for the Lord. What a weird book. Okay. Rather, what a weird culture, because it's literally just people's culture, where it's now like history, all that people perpetuate. On to the next. 1 Timothy chapter 6 on line 1. All who are under the yoke of slavery should consider their masters worthy of full respect, so that God's name and our teaching may not be slandered. Those who have believing masters should not show them disrespect just because their masters are dear to them, or fellow believers, should not show them disrespect just because they are fellow believers. Instead, they should serve them even better because their masters are dear to them as fellow believers and are devoted to the welfare of their slaves, and the benefit from their service. That's hilarious. Okay. Continuing on. The next one is in Titus chapter 2, line 3. Thank you for following, Riley Edwards. I appreciate you. Okay. Titus chapter 2, line 9. Teach slaves to be subject to their masters in everything, to try to please them, not to talk back to them, and not to steal from them, but to show them that they can be fully trusted, so that in every way they will make teaching about God, our Savior, attractive. Take the big one off, add our small little one. Lovely. Sorry guys, I almost just lost my sticky. On to the next. It's on the other side. Do you have Numbers 5, 11, 31 marked in there? Let's see. 5, 11 to 31. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, if a man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, so that another man has sexual relations with her, and this is hidden from her husband, and her impurity is undetected, since there is no witness against her and she has not been caught in the act, and if feelings of jealousy come over her husband and he suspects his wife and she is impure, or if he is jealous and suspects her even though she is not impure, then he is to take his wife to the priest. He must also take an offering of a tenth. He must not pour olive oil on it or put incest on it, because it is a grain offering for jealousy, a reminder offering to draw attention to wrongdoing. The priest shall bring her and have her stand." Oh, I remember this part though. It just doesn't have anything to do with slavery. I thought it was. I will be marking it as probably immoral and bad after I do my second read through and everything. Good. It's just been a lot. Okay, last one that I currently have marked in slavery, it's about abortion. I just want to read through the entire book so I can like highlight and like have everything, you know? But we're getting there. So the last one we have for slavery is in 1 Peter chapter 2 on line 18. "Slaves, in reverent fear of God, submit yourselves to your masters, not only to those who are good and considerate, but also to those who are harsh. For it is commendable if someone bears up under the pain of unjust suffering, because they are conscious of God." Now, I disagree with that. So let's mark it. Let's mark it. Oops, I almost just like wrongfully marked it multiple times. Okay. Nice. So now the orange has been changed, and let's go ahead and move on to women's oppression, which is blue. So we're going to re-tab all the blue. How was your Wingstop? It was so good. It was so good. I did up last night. I never finished all of it. I think I threw away like 10 wings combined of my honey barbecue and the chipotle rub that I had gotten, because I was way too full, but it was really good. So let's start with women's oppression. So, in Genesis chapter 3, on line 16, it says, "I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." I know, I threw away 10 wings. I kind of wish I would have kept them, so that way I could eat them today, but then I was like, I'm not going to eat them old, because they already have the wing sauce on them, and then it's like, I don't know. I didn't think I could microwave it or anything, but I kind of regret that decision. But it's okay. It was good last night, and I'm happy I gave it to myself. Okay, so this one I had actually highlighted multiple different colors. I wish I would have just kept it blue, but it's okay, because it's pink, blue, and purple right now. But it says, so this is Exodus chapter 20, which is the 10 Commandments, and it's on line 17. "You shall not covet your neighbor's wife or you shall not covet your neighbor's wife or his male or female servant, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor." Calling women property essentially, and saying that you belong to your husband. No, you don't. Okay. Let's continue on with here. So we have Deuteronomy chapter, see, this is why I'm changing it, 21 on line 11. 21:11. "If you notice among the captives a beautiful woman and you are attracted to her, you may take her as your wife." So we're gonna leave that because that's kidnapping. And this literally is captioned, "Marrying a captive woman." LOL. So on to the next page, we have another marking in Deuteronomy chapter 22 on line 23. "If a man happens to meet in a town a virgin pledged to be married and he sleeps with her, you shall take both of them to the gate of that town and stone them to death. The young woman, because she was in a town and did not scream for help, and the men..." Okay, wait. "You shall take both of them to the gate of the town and stone them to death. The young woman because she was in a town and did not scream for help, and the man because he violated another man's wife. You must purge the evil themselves to their husband, like Sarah who obeyed Abraham." Oh yeah, and then also continue on line 7. "Husbands, in the same way be considerate as you live with your wives, and treat them with respect as the weaker partner." Oh my God, it literally says, there's one part in the Bible where it literally says a woman is to give her body over to her husband, and the husband is to give his body over to the woman. And I'm like, yeah, you can take that one line from the Bible where it seems like there's an inch of equality, where it seems like, oh, women and men are supposed to be treating each other equally. Like, yes, we both like own each other or whatever. But it's just so disheartening because it's literally seen, like you're literally seen as the weaker partner to them. You're not the weaker partner because you can't give birth. You're not the weaker partner because you can't literally form a baby inside of you. I'm the weaker partner because my strength on earth isn't my physical build. No. You must be the stronger partner. You must be superior to me because you can lift a rock. Because you have more testosterone. Bitch, you can't fucking conceive. You can't have a fucking child inside of you. You could come in a bag and that would be your entire purpose on earth. You could be subjected to slave labor for the rest of your fucking life and be held captive in a cave. And we could have you fucking come in a Ziploc bag. And we could continue the society in the way we have it now. Much better, less threats, more safety. Without women, you wouldn't be able to have kids at all. And you can't just keep us locked up. I mean, I'm sure you could, and we give birth and stayed locked up. Your society would be so violent, so bad. Like, I just treat them as with respect as the weaker partner. Oh my God. Suffering for doing good. It's crazy. Anyways, my nose is really runny. Let's go ahead and get a new tab. And do so. There's a line about snatching your own eyes out if you look lustfully at women, though. So obviously the Bible must love women. Duh. They're making robots so they won't even need women anymore. Like, what? Robots can't conceive. They can't form a baby. Like, if you guys want to make it to where we finally have, I think we already do, where excuse me, you can sustain a fetus, a growing human life in a testing tube essentially. But it's just so sad. Hi Ethan. I mean men are violent because they're raised that way. They are. Like, they're literally also taught that they're inherently like they're emotional just like women, right? Humans are emotional. But men, a lot of the times, their emotions go more haywire when it comes to anger or jealousy or possessiveness, while women, it kind of the other way around. I'd like to mention that part. Hi, Ethan, again. While I think it's ghosting your comments. So, okay, we finished the blue, so let's go ahead and throw away all of these here that we have. Hi, Nora, how are you doing today? We're gonna go ahead and move on to malicious, immoral, and bad. So that's pink. We're gonna go through the pink tabs next. So these are things I deem to be immoral or bad, harmful, that kind of stuff. So to start, we have Leviticus chapter 24 on line 15. Say to the Israelites, anyone who curses their God will be held responsible. Anyone who blasphemes the name of the Lord is to be put to death. The entire assembly must stone them, whether foreigner or native born. When they blaspheme the name, they are to be put to death. I'm from America and we value freedom of speech. You can't just kill someone for disagreeing with you. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it, Ashley. Hi, Holly. Okay, this is the next one. We are at Numbers chapter 15 on line 32. While the Israelites were in the wilderness, a man was found gathering wood on the Sabbath day. Those who found him gathering wood brought him to Moses and Aaron and the whole assembly, and they kept him in custody because it was not clear what should be done to him. Then the Lord said to Moses, the man must die. The whole assembly must stone him outside the camp. So the assembly took him outside the camp and stoned him to death as the Lord commanded Moses. Imagine someone trying to frame the Sabbath day as a day of like rest, right? Like it's for your best interest is to like not rest. But let's say you're an overworker. We know, like if you live in America. You're right. This guy just sent me a voice memo. What's it called? Imagine someone's telling you, right, the Sabbath day is for your best. I don't agree with a lot of like the culture, you know, especially when it comes to how women are perceived and how women, they should cover up, make sure they're not showing themselves because they are basically the property of their husband and their husband should be the only one who gets to see their beauty. Like, it's not for the benefit of the women, it's for the benefit of the man. It's so the man can say, this is mine and only mine. Women are literally possession, their property. Like, it's so bad. So I just, like the US government, I'm going to make you sick. We're not going to regulate your food in a healthy way. We're going to feed you with a bunch of unhealthy shit, or we're at least going to create a culture that normalizes that unhealthy shit. And then we're also going to make it super expensive to get help and become healthy again. So we're going to make you sick, and then we're going to heal you, and we're going to profit off of both of it. We're going to profit regardless, and you're not. But let's keep it that way. It's just weird. More like a purplish pink. I think I'm going to go ahead. Should I still mark it as malicious and moral bad? I just don't think it's like the worst of the worst, but we'll continue on. How people reading the Bible concluded that God was all good and all powerful. Okay, we need to understand they didn't. People don't read the Bible and come to their own conclusions. They listen to what other people tell them. Like, you could read the whole Bible, and since someone told you how to think about it or how to interpret it, then you read it through that lens of like, okay, yeah, killing infants and babies, I was told this is good, so I have to trust my leader, this must be good. I can't understand. I must not understand the deeper reasonings for all of this. Like, I'm a dumb human, so I'm going to listen to my human authorities and listen to their human interpretations as well and come to the conclusion they come to. And it's like, bruh, they probably had a very weird sense of good. They do. Like, they think that what is bad is good. They think what is harmful is helpful. That's a better way of saying it. When people hear good, they hear their definition. When they hear bad, they hear their definition. Some people are taught to think what is harmful is helpful. And it's not. Oh, if you just kill all of the enemies, then peace. Peace comes from retribution, rehabilitation, patience, compassion, understanding, unity, not genocide. What? What? Are you joking? Are you joking? Okay, anyways, continuing. We're in Ezekiel chapter 5 on line 9. Because of all your detestable idols, I will do to you what I've never done before and will never do again. It's happened before, by the way. Therefore, in your midst, parents will eat their children, and children will eat their parents. I will inflict punishment on you and will scatter all of your survivors to the winds. We're going to continue with this one here. We're going to get my pink Bible that's over here. My other books. Right here. So we said the genocides God commanded were justified because the definition of good to him was whatever God commanded. Right. It's not the values and the intention behind someone's action. It's behind how obedient are you being? Are you doing what you're told? That's good. What you're told doesn't matter. What you're told, whether it's harmful or helpful, that doesn't matter. You're good by being obedient to whatever you're told. Bitch, what the fuck? Alright, let's tab it. Take off the old one. Like so. And then lastly, for malicious, immoral, and bad, it's an empty moral system. Yup. This one cracks me the fuck up. This one is actually so crazy. Every time I read this, I genuinely can't comprehend. Which obviously, I really need to spend some more time trying to find the Lord in my heart, because clearly I don't understand because I do not have faith. So I'll work on that, guys. But we're currently in Add Me on Snapchat, Amos, in chapter 4 on line 6. I gave you empty stomachs in every city and lack of bread in every town, yet you have not returned to me, declares the Lord. I also withheld rain from you when the harvest was still 3 months away. I sent rain on one town, but withheld it from another. One field had rain, another had none and dried up. People staggered from town to town for water, but did not get enough to drink. Yet you have not returned to me, declares the Lord. Many times I struck your gardens and vineyards, destroying them with blight and mildew. Locusts devoured your fig and olive trees. Yet you have not returned to me, declares the Lord. I sent plagues among you as I did in Egypt. I killed your young men with the sword along with your captured horses. I filled your nostrils with the stench of your camps. Yet you have not returned to me, declares the Lord. I overthrew some of you as I overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. You were like a burning stick snatched from the fire. Yet you have not returned to me, declares the Lord. I abused the fuck out of you. I left bruises on your skin. I left marks on your body. I left blood running down your skin. Yet you didn't come to me to heal you? What? Yeah. The world we live in. What the fuck? I took away your health, and you didn't come back to me to get health? Bruh. I drained you of your energy, and you didn't come to me as an energy source? I took away your sunlight. I left you in darkness, and you didn't come to me for light? I took away your shelter. I took away your home, and you didn't come to me for a home? I took away your trust. I took away all the positivity. And you didn't come to me for positivity? Now we have yellow left over, which is human sacrifice, but I don't have a yellow sticky note in the new ones, so I'm kind of debating if I should just leave it without having a mark. I do have green sticky notes, and I have a green marker for the things I like in the Bible, so anytime I like something, I'll highlight it with green. So I'm like, maybe I could leave the green for that. But then I'm like, I also want human sacrifice to be labeled in a way, so maybe I could just like, I don't know, I only have like 3 of them marked so far. But we'll go ahead and go through them, and I think I might just go ahead and take off the sticky note. But to continue, so we're in Genesis chapter 22 on line 2. Then God said, take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah, sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain I will show you. Literally imagine being so insecure and being like, guys, do you think they love me enough that they'd kill their child for me? Like, I don't know. I don't really know if they're that loyal. I don't know if I can trust them. Like, how can I test them? Like, do you think they love me enough that they'd kill their firstborn for me? Like, I know I'm against killing children and all, but like, they do it, right? You know, like, it's not bad. I'll have them kill children in the future, you know? Like, it's not really bad, but you know what would be bad? Is if they disobeyed me, you know? Like, that would be pretty bad. Like, imagine I told them to kill their child, and they said no. They don't love me enough, bro. They're not getting into they're gonna suffer for the rest of their life. You're not willing to kill your child for me? That's weird. I, like, gave you life. Like, that's crazy. Anyways, moving on. So we're currently in Judges chapter 11 on line 30. And Jephthah made a vow to the Lord, if I give the the Ammonites, into my hands, whatever comes out of the door of my house to meet me when I return in triumph from the Ammonites will be the Lord's, and I will sacrifice it as a burnt offering. So this dude is basically saying that whenever I come back, whatever comes into my house first or comes out of the door of my house first, I will kill as an offering to you, so it's yours. And the Lord gave them into his hands. So the Lord gave the Ammonites into his hands. He devastated 20. So if it's not 5 p.m. Eastern time yet, you lied to us. I went live early today. I went live maybe 30 minutes ago, just so I would have like an earlier live. But I will be here at 5 p.m. still, I promise. And then I don't know how much longer I'll be live. I'll probably be live maybe for a couple hours, but all right. Oh wait, let me go ahead and redo this because I forgot that it doesn't need to be that long. I'm gonna get my scissors, so I'm gonna take this. And then we're going to, I forgive you then, I appreciate that. The ADHD live and the autistic live fused. It did fuse. We're fusing. I made that a little too small, but it's okay. On to the next. So we're in Ezekiel, back in Ezekiel, and we are currently in chapter 16 on line 20. Oh my God. I put a ring on your nose, earrings on your ears. I need to show my dad that. Okay. So we're in Ezekiel chapter 16 on line 20. And you took your sons and daughters whom you bore to me and sacrificed them as food to the idols. Was your prostitution not enough? You slaughtered my children and sacrificed them to the idols. In all your detestable practices and your prostitution, you did not remember the days of your youth when you were naked and bare, kicking about in your blood. I'm not going to keep this one marked just because it's not specific, like it's talking about basically sacrifice, child sacrifice and all that kind of stuff, but it's not specific happening, so we'll keep that one unmarked just because. But so bad. There you have it. We have remarked. Now it's not as chaotic, and I can continue to go through and highlight more, mark more, all of that jazz. So we'll continue to go through that throughout time. So we're gonna go ahead and see that. Okay. So here we are. We finished this up. We'll put this down here. We can continue reading that. We'll put this away like so. We'll put this into that. Yes. Okay. And then this can go on here. Can go there. And then this can go here. This can go on top of that with the sticky notes. Okay. So we have our highlighters just still in there. And now, what do we want to talk about? What do we want to do? I can't get elevated or anything because of my, so we are right now, how fun. I would get a slushie or something, but it would just exasperate my lungs. Like my immune system wouldn't be able to like do what it's got to do and help my lungs essentially. So whatever. Here. It's a big PDF. Because I took it today. How did that go? Every night at dinner, I'll be there. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. Every Christmas, I'll be there. did I do? Okay, we went. Sorry guys, one moment. Every birthday party, I'll be there. I'm Steph's number 5 fan. Before me is Frey, Summer, Ethan, and Mr. Ian. It's okay. Just work your way up. It's fine. Ritual? Interesting. That I do 5 times a day. What's W-U-D-U? Interesting. What's the purpose of it? Like feel my lungs right now. Voodoo? I knew about the praying 5 times a day, but you have to do the ritual every time before you pray. I'm trying to sleep, but I'm in so much pain. I'm sorry, Holly. What's going on? What's the pain stemming from? My water bottle literally smells and tastes like. I need to wash it because I keep tasting it in my mouth. My lungs are like, no. Hi, Selena. I really want to get a gummy or something, but I just know it wouldn't be helpful, y'all. I need to let my immune system heal my lungs. Why do I never want to be... I hope you find some peace of mind. Actually, don't mind being sober. It's just more of like... Como se dice? When I'm live, I don't really have anything specific to talk about anymore. Like, I don't have anything major I'm doing in life. Like, I remember my stepmom, whenever I was at my sister's house, she asked me, oh, what's the last thing you created? I was like, yo, I haven't created anything in a hot second. Today I've been very productive, and I got a bunch of stuff done. You guys don't know already. Let me go ahead and tell you guys, because I know some of you guys might watch my YouTube videos. I think Holly does. I know Holly does, but I don't know about anybody else. But my YouTube channel, Steph Struggles, I now have reverted it back to an archive channel. So what is known as my YouTube channel right now is not my YouTube channel anymore. It's my archive channel. So I actually made public all of my videos. Well, not all of them. I actually didn't put a single outliving my diagnosis video public, but I made all of my old videos public. I made all of like my videos and stuff public, and I privated my last few videos so I can repost it